Hello YouTube, yet another attempt to show you how to paint a video. Okay, I've opened After Effects because it takes a while for it to load up, so I've already pre-opened it, and what we do now is we import the footage. Alright, so I should do it the way you would, through the file. I'll be using precepts for this, because otherwise it would take forever to do. Okay, so the video we will be doing is this one, a 15-second video for the purposes of this demonstration. Okay, this is why I like to pre-do everything, because it takes forever. Okay, take your footage and drag it down to the little film strip here. Get my thing to work. There we go, and that will create a composition. Yeah, fills the window because I've got it on 200%. That's okay. You'll still see what happens anyhow. Right, now we have our composition. We will go to the create the 3D layer. Obviously, you would go for the 3D layer. You would go to Effect, Perspective, 3D Glasses. Yeah. Alright, I can show you what that is if I go to None. Yeah. In fact, what I'll do, I'll show you the actual. You go to Effect, Perspective, 3D Glasses, and this is what you get. Yeah. So you select your left view, which will always have listed what you've got down here. Yeah, and you select your right view, which again has what's down here. As you can see, you see two pictures side by side. Come down to where it says 3D view and select balanced colored red blue. That gives you the single frame. Conversion offset is what changes a standard picture to a 3D picture. If I move it to the left, see what happens to the red and blue? And if I move it to the right, see? So it's what you set this on that defines the three-dimensional effect. You need it on -1, yeah, which is what I add in the precepts. Yeah, so your settings will be the same as this, except that you will have it as none. Yeah, so once you've got your settings, you can then click this arrow, save selection as animate precept, and put in whatever title you want, like I did there for a previous video. Yeah. Okay, so I'll just maximize that for you. If you pause it there, you can see the presets as you need them. Yeah. Okay. I won't do this with the paint because it takes way too long to explain all the various settings. I'll just show you them on the main screen. Okay, so we now have our 3D effect. Okay. Now for the cartoon, I'm going to use these presets, or for the paint effect I'm going to use these presets. Now some of you would say that you can't see the 3D. Let me clear that out first and I'll show you. Yeah, try and do this quickly. If you look along this shirt here, you see like a red line. That is the 3D effect. If I go to 8 seconds into the video, it shows you how many times I've used this. If you look along the face, you'll see the line, and along the shirt and along this arm here, there's a red line. Yeah. If I increase the magnification, you see that red line? Yeah, that is what causes the 3D effect. Okay. Right, let's drag that back down to there, bits. That's fine. Okay, now let's go back to the cartoon effect, or the paint effect. Right. Now, these are the settings. I should show you this because it's otherwise it runs the video way over. Okay, now if you pause it there, pause the video there. Yeah. Apart from the title of where it says animation preset, that would read none. Yeah. Everything that you see in orange or gold that's highlighted, like the blur, all of these orange numbers, that's how you set them. Yeah. And then right at the bottom you set the blend with original, as you can read there, to 50%. Okay, so I'm going to leave those up for another few seconds. Okay, I'll pull that box over so you can actually read what's said. There you go. Okay, and remember, right at the bottom, blend with original 50%. Okay, right, back to the main picture. Okay, we now have our painting effect. That basically is all you need to do. You can render that out and it would be just as good. But now I've found a way of putting a canvas on. You go to Layer, New, Solid. Yeah. And hopefully your computer's a bit faster. Change the title to Texture. Yeah. Click Make Comp Size. That makes it the same size as the composition. Okay. And click on your color and make sure it is white, which is top left on the square, unless you know the hexadecimal, which I don't. So it's top left for white, obviously. I've tried other colors and it doesn't work, unfortunately. And that will give you a nice solid color. To get the canvas effect on there, you go to Effect, Noise and Grain, Fractal Noise. When that shows up in the effect controls, you change the fractal type to Turbulent Basic. Yeah. Change your contrast to 18. Okay, add your brightness to 45. I did that once and I had it at 450. Not good. Didn't work. Okay, you go to Transform. Open that out by clicking the triangle, which brings you to this scale. Change that to 1 or 2. Yeah, and that should give you this effect. Oh, it's working today in this one. Good. Now go to Evolution Options, open that and press and hold down your Alt key on your PC. I believe the option on the Mac is the Option key. I don't know what that is. Mac users can tell you, but on the PC it's the Alt key. Press it and hold it down and then click on the stopwatch of the random seed. Right, and you'll see this expression come up on the timeline. You need to change that to time times your frame rate. Yeah, and then click anywhere in there. That finishes editing that. Now what that will do, it will change the grain of the canvas. Yeah, which I can show you once it's in place. Okay, now to get it onto the picture or the painting, we highlight the texture in the timeline and we go to Layer, Pre-Compose. Select Move All Attributes to New Composition. You can leave the title as it is. You need to select Move All Attributes to the new composition. That is what you select. Leave Open New Composition unchecked. Do not check this. Okay, and then click OK. Right, now to get that onto the actual picture, first of all we push the eyeball on the texture to make it invisible. On the texture comp you push the eyeball to make it invisible. Then you select your painting, your AVI, and then you go to Effect, Stylize, Texturize. In the effect controls you'll see the new layout Texturize. Yeah, In there you'll see texture layer. Change that to texture comp and watch your painting transform. There you go. And that basically is your painted picture. Now I'm going to do you a quick render, and all you do with that is you would render it out. I'm going to do you a quick RAM preview so that you can see it'll actually change. Let's move my box down a bit so you can actually see most of it. There you go. Watch the canvas anywhere on this picture where my arrow is. Anywhere on the picture. See how the canvas changes? Yeah. It's very subtle, but it is very effective. Yeah. And when it's played in real time, see how the canvas changes? Yeah. And if you looked at that through red and blue glasses, you'll see that she'll stand out because it's 3D. Now, I've already done one, so I'm going to show you what it looks like quickly, because I'm not running out of time. Right, so here is the final result rendered out. I'm not going to render it out, I did that before and it run the video up to 20 minutes. Right, so here it is. You see how the canvas changes? Put red and blue glasses on and you'll see it there. You see how it changes? Fascinating. And that's how you paint a video. Thank you for watching, and please comment even if you couldn't stand it. Yeah, leave a comment. I would like to hear a comment or two, or read a comment or two. And as I say in the beautiful country of South Korea, Annyeonghaseyo.